What's going on, guys? Trey back again here to bring you another video. This one's going to be talking about Game of Thrones. Right now in the series, we are at Season 2, Episode 2. And this is going to be giving my thoughts on the character of Joffrey. Going to be sort of spotlighting the character and talking about him in general. And just hearing what you guys think about the character. Thought it'd be interesting and a fun thing to do. And I said in one of my recent reviews that out of every character in any show I can ever remember, or be it story I read or video game or anything, I think out of all of them, if you had to line them all up, all of the most evil, vile characters ever, the character I hate the most out of any one of them has to be Joffrey. No question, no contest, hands down. He has to be the character I despise the absolute most of any character in any show I've ever seen, by far. Why? Well, the primary reason is because he does win the battle between him and Ned Stark. But we never see in almost any show, series, or anything, the bad guy cut the head off of the protagonist and the good guy. And especially in such a way whereas basically, Ned is trying to do what he thinks they want him to do. He's saying what they want him to say. He's attempting to try to appease them and to, work things out, so to speak, for his family. Maybe survive, maybe be sent to the wall or something like that so that he can at least live, And, not only does that, pretty much that's all crushed just because Joffrey's just such a monster. So that's the first thing he did, probably the worst thing. The second thing we get to see him do that's just like cringeworthy is he sends the troops to kill all of Robb Baratheon's bastard children. Babies, people, just anybody. He wipes them all out, basically. Doesn't matter how young they are, how old, whatever. Kill them all. Absolutely kill them all without any hesitation. So those are the two main things so far that he's done that have just been so cruel. Or the other one is when the guy who's playing a song for him kind of plays like a song to. So it's sort of like I don't know why exactly he would have been playing it, because it's an offensive song. It's a little bit offensive, and then he decides he asks him what he prefers, his fingers or his tongue, and then he cuts his tongue out. And doesn't even think about it. Like, no empathy, no guilt, no nothing. He just doesn't care. He just does it, and he walks away as if he's happy as shit. And then another scene, too, we get to see him with Sansa. He forces her to look at her dad's head on a spike. And he calls him a traitor and this kind of stuff. When it's sort of like, does he not realize? It's like, he's so stupid. He doesn't realize that he's not a traitor, and he wasn't committing treason. Basically, he was just delivering a note from his dad, and basically saying, that's that. You're not ready yet until you come of age. So and now he's in the power position, and we're pretty much just counting down the episodes, counting them down to the point where we get to see him get his. Please post a comment on how you would like to see Joffrey's character killed. I've been thinking of some interesting, different ways, and I think probably the best way would be to see Robb Stark just cut his face off. Just, cut his face right off. Not his neck, not his head, but his face, like right in the face, I don't know, I think that would be pretty great. Or maybe torture him first or light him on fire or something, something really painful. Drown him, I don't know, drowning, maybe not that painful, but something really, really painful you just want to see happen. Yeah, so from the beginning of the series, we get to see Joffrey. We get to see him, and he meets Arya and Sansa and everything. Even, I think it was the first episode of the series. And you've got the butcher's boy there, and he basically is trying to show off, and he ends up not being able to do that because he's kind of he's a wuss. He himself is completely a wuss. And, the wolf bites him on his hand and everything, and he's like, and then he goes back and lies to his mom afterwards. Or maybe he tells her the truth, but then she lies or whatever. And, he's just, every scene you can see him in. The actor who plays him, let's see what his name is, Jack Gleason. So this kid, it's kind of, I think he's perfect for the role because the way he looks, like he's got, they dye his hair blonde and everything, and he's got like a face that you would think of like, you know, like a snotty prince. But then when he smiles, he's got this like evil smile at the same time, you know, and he's kind of got this ugly chin. So he's very clean, but at the same time he's ugly. And it's sort of like that look that's like, you know, like he's got a weird chin and a weird smile. And I think he's perfect for the role because it makes the character seem like he's a prince, and, you know, Sansa can mistake him for being like, you know, knight in shining armor type thing, and, you know, oh, he's so great, yada yada. And then you see him smile, and you get to see his chin and stuff, and you're like, evil, evil, you know. So it's just that kind of thing, and it's just, man, like there just aren't many characters out there in any show that I think the audience probably hates or could hate as much as Joffrey. He has not done one thing in the entire series, I think, that that was kind to anybody, that was nice or beneficial to anyone except himself. And, you know, I mean, he was raised by Cersei and Robert, so obviously he's going to be screwed up. But I mean, he's absolutely a monster. I mean, he makes his parents just look like nothing. Like you can't believe that you know, the way he acts and stuff. So just counting down the episodes, can't wait until he eventually gets killed by somebody. And I think it should be Robb Stark or Stannis maybe. Probably Robb Stark, I think, would probably be the best bet. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about the character Joffrey. I think he's the character. I think he's probably the worst villain, and by worst I mean, you know, the villain you can hate the most of any villain in any show, which makes him a really good villain, because the viewer hates him so much. Let me know what you guys think about Joffrey and how you'd like to see the character die. And I haven't read the books yet, so I don't know, you know, when he dies. I'm assuming he's going to at some point. I sure hope he doesn't live for very long. I hope he dies in Season 2. I don't want to see him past Season 2. I really want to see him get his just desserts. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. See you for the next one. Later. Peace.